Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Forest River Flagstaff Superlight 529 RLKS fifth wheel. Guys, big beauty here. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite and a couple things to take into consideration when you're parking. On your campsite, you've got a slide, plus you've got a big awning to come out. I don't have it out right now because it's a little windy, but leave plenty of room for them to come in and out. Then on your off campsite, of course, all these slides. Leave plenty of room for them to come in and out unhindered, preferably nothing hanging over top of them. And then leave yourself a nice walking space, because the next thing I need you to think about is where your power and water connections are. Your power cord is going to plug in the rear corner on your off campsite or your driver's side of your tow vehicle. Then your docking station with all your water is going to be up here in this second compartment. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive, we're going to unhook your hitch. Your landing control legs. Landing legs controls right here. It's extend to raise, retract to lower, get it up off your unit. Once you got it up off your unit, try to get it as level as you can. Once you got it level, we're going to go ahead and stabilize it. All the way around on your campsite. Is stabilizing jacks for the rear. As I extend these, I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect those feet from stabilizing from dirt, debris, hot blacktop in the summer. Better distribute the weight. Really good investment. Pick a couple up with your 10% off coupon. Put them up underneath these feet and run these feet down just until they're taut. Once you feel you're going to lift the unit at all, like so, go ahead and stop. Remember, these are stabilizing jacks, not leveling jacks. We've already got our unit level with our landing legs. All we want to do is put these down and stabilize it when we walk around in it. Once we got our unit level and stable, we can hook up our power and water. Big, long 50 amp cord. Plugs in the rear here. The way these go on now is they go into the left, turn to the right, then put your black washer on. At the end of this 50 amp cord, should you need it, there's a dog bone, they call it. Bring you from 50 down to 30 amp. And if you ever need to plug into 110 at home or anything, there's a 30 to 15 amp or 110 you can throw on there. It comes in your convenience bag. Once you get your power hooked up, let's hook up our water. Now at the campsites, we are going to hook up to city water connection. I'm going to unhook the spray port here real quick. One moment. You do have the spray handle, hot and cold water here. I'm going to make it so you can read this. So at campsites, we are hooking up to city water, city inlet to fixtures. Put everything as it is in the diagram. White down, green to the left, red up, blue to the left. Now we're all set up. Next, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Use this when putting fluid in here. We're hooking up where it says city water. Hook that up, hook up your hose, get your fixture set correctly. Don't turn your hose on yet. Just to the right here is your hot water heater. All we're doing at this point, folks, is making sure our drain plug's back in. Get that back in there nice and snug. Plumber's tape preferably, not putty. Get that in there tight. Once that's in there, you can go ahead and turn on your hose. Now, if your hose has been on for a while, our unit's level, stable, we can deploy our slides. I'll show you how to do that when we go inside, but go ahead and deploy any slides you need to get to your water fixtures. Open up all your water fixtures. Once you got a steady flow of water going through those, shut them off. Then you can turn on your hot water heater from indoors. There is an on-off electric element down here. It's usually taped to off. The only time you ever want to turn this on down here is if you're hooked up to 110. Any other time, turn it on indoors. If your hot water heater doesn't seem to be working, come out here and look to see if these are bubbled up. If they are, simply press it back in. It's a reset button, both of them. I know how to set up city water. Let's say we're going to dry camp and use potable water. In that case, we're going to start city inlet to tank, power tank fill. White down, green left, red up, blue down. Power tank fill. Now we're going to come back here to the rear of the unit by our power again to our potable water tank. Open that up. No need for a water pressure regulator. Simply use a hose here. Two ways to tell when it's full. One, there's an overflow valve right here. Or two on the inside where you check your battery. In black and gray tanks, there's also a freshwater button. That'll tell you when that's full. Once that's full, put your cap back on here. Come back to your docking station. Now we're going to turn this to dry camping. We filled our tank. Now we're going to get water from the tank via our pump. White down, green and red up, blue to the left. Match that. Now, in order to utilize that water, turn on your water pump. A couple different places to turn on your water pump. The key is wherever you turn it on, turn it off in the same spot. Don't assume you can turn it on out here and then shut it off indoors. So wherever you turn it on, turn it off. Also a section to winterize and sanitize the unit. Owner's manual tells you the proper technique to winterize this. We're all set up with power and water. Let's go ahead and walk you around the rest of the outside of the unit. Continuing here in the docking station. Satellite or cable hookup. Again, your water pump. Spray port for in here. All of our settings. This is a black tank flush. We'll talk about that when we dump our black and gray tanks. Again, your city water inlet. There's a convenient area to run all your hoses down through. Your water filter. To the right here is your flue for your furnace. Two things, don't block or obstruct it, and if you're running it, steer clear. It is hot. Night docking light. Again, your hot water heater. Down here is where we'll dump our black and gray tanks and then our extra gray tank handle. Also on the front here's one of your propane tanks. Coming down the side, there's a vent for your microwave. Access the back of your fridge, there's your ice maker valve. Hose for manual override for your slide. Again, your power and your fresh water. There's your freshwater drain. Be that white handle right there to dump that tank. You have a ladder, utilize it. Go up there a couple times a year. Check the seams of your roof. Caulk as needed. Make sure that you use recommended RV roofing caulk. Another place for that blue handle. That blue hose, you can plug that in over here and spray this side of the unit off. Again, your rear stabilizing jacks. Some outdoor speakers, manual override. Prep for a TV out here. You can get a clamp that'll hook on there, right there. Cable of 110 right there. You also have a griddle and a stand that'll set on here with a quick connect LP right there. Some storage. In this storage up here, here's your hand crank to bring down your spare tire, and this is your manual override for the slides. Your other propane in here. There's your regulator. Lefty loosey to open. Green means you've got gas. just pointing towards whichever tank you want to be using. And in the front, your battery. Check your battery post now and then. Make sure those haven't wiggled loose going down the road. And then back here in the corner is your battery disconnect. That will disconnect all the battery power to the unit. That'll come important later when I talk about your carbon monoxide and propane detector. Also on the front, you're prepped for solar. Plug in the solar panel right here. That'll trickle charge your batteries. The landing leg control and a night docking light up here. That about covers everything on the outside. Let's go check out the inside of your unit. So the first thing I like to point out in every unit is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camped with you knows that the fire extinguisher is located by the entry doorway in case of an emergency. Coming straight into the unit, to your stairs over here. Let's go right over here to the wall. Starting on the top, this is a template where it's wired for solar. That'll tell the techs where everything's at if you ever decide to wire this complete thing for solar. Slide control. I believe that's for your bedroom slide. This is your fan and lamp down there. And your control panel. Above that, Wi-Fi Ranger info. Down here, check your battery, brand new battery. Fresh, black, and gray tanks. Make sure those are, keep an eye on those. This freshwater button's one I said you can hold down to tell when your potable water is full. Over here is where you turn on your water heater if hooked to electric, your water heater if hooked to gas. It does make a difference. That Wi-Fi extender. Water pump if you're using potable water. Tank heaters if you're in inclement weather and you think your heaters might freeze. That'll turn on a little pad on them. Your awning and slide controls. Tons of lighting. All this interior. Porch, awning, and step light. Your awning. I'm going to run that out for you real quick. So you see at the bottom of your awning is white, the top is gray. You're only going to want to run this out until you see your white flap fall down to 90 degrees and you can see your roll bar. These will extend themselves past that point. There's your flap. Sometimes you have to back it up. Moisture will make it stick sometimes. So just until that flap falls down to 90 degrees, as far as you want to go. I'm gonna run it back in. It's real windy out there today. Just keep an eye on it when you run it out. Make sure you don't run it out past the point that it needs to be out to. Put your awning the rest of the way in here. Close our door and continue our tour. So also here in the hallway, to the left of your control panel is a max air vent. It's a little remote. Hit fan on right here. That will turn, turn it on. That will turn on and open your max air vent. You can change the levels on here, open or close it. Hit off and it'll automatically close itself. Thermostat below there. So zone 1 will go to cool. Zone 1 should be your bedroom AC. Maybe that's kicked on. You see I'll shut that off. I'll change the zone. So I'll shut that off. System. Heat off. Alright, now I shut the AC off. AC should shut off rather quickly. But when I turn the heat on, when the heat kicks on, you'll notice that that takes a few minutes for the fan to cycle through before it shuts off. There that goes. Now we're going to go back in the system, change our zone to zone 2. Turn on the air in here. Hear that blasting. System, shut that off. you'll hear the same thing. It'll shut off rather quickly. And same thing with the heat. Now we'll turn on the heat. Crank that up. The heat kick on. Now I shut the heat off. You'll notice that it takes, like I said, a couple seconds, minutes actually, for the fan to cycle through. There's 110 with GFCI reset here. Some individual lighting. 110s. Self-explanatory microwave. A light and a fan above your cooktop. This glass top makes an excellent backsplash. Turn on your panel light. Turn this to high. Hit your spark, your flame will come on. Same thing on your oven. Turn this to that flame to light. Spark it here. That'll light it. No need for a panel light anymore. And then just set it to the desired temperature. Rock your panel light down for an oven light. Residential LG fridge. Complete separate manual for that. All your controls are up here. In your little dinette area, I'll pull this chair to the side so we can get underneath here and show you your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. Now the reason I mention this is 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you are out dry camping somewhere, nothing plugged in to charge your battery, then use that battery disconnect if you're going to be gone for the day, so this won't run your battery down. Tuning into your living room, you have what I call a parachute pull over here. Pull up on that, that'll send your recliner out. Show you real quick how to change your sofa into a bed. Both of them perform the same way. Opposite sides of the room from each other. Remove your Velcro cushions. Stand in the middle, gives you good leverage. Fold your legs out. Lay this down. Just set quickly for a bed. Be sure to put the back up first before lifting this so you don't break anything. Fold your legs back down. And just that quickly, you're back to a sofa. Same thing will work on that bed. Show you how to swivel your TV. Pull down on this cord here. So I wasn't giving that a good enough yank. You gotta pull on until you hear it click like that. And then this will swivel out. Just make sure when you push it back in flat. Pull down on that and then push it in. Let me do that real quick. Everybody's locked back against it. Let's turn that on for you.
We have no
There's Dr. Phil. Blow out your sound system.
Tonight,
turn that on here.
On the way, the Kid Leroy and Justin Bieber and
3 zones. Whatever's blue is on. Shut it off in here. Now front bedroom. Now just outdoors. Or all 3.
Credit Union.
AM, FM, Bluetooth, DVD. Nice system. Fireplace. Not just for looks anymore. I can turn it on and make it dimmer or brighter. With the lights, show you different colors. But the thing is the heat, folks. Crank that heat up. If it's chilly in here in the morning or evening, instead of using your gas, if you're plugged in at a campsite, use their electricity. That'll get it toasty in here in no time. Your remote will be underneath your stove here with your tire pressure monitoring system, Forest River spatula, your remotes, and more information from Forest River. Coming up into your bathroom, you also have another max air vent in here. Turn that on. That cranks open and turns on. Looks like you have vent covers for this as well. Shut that back off. Lighting. Your shower door, you want to make sure that this is snapped closed for travel. In your bedroom, 110 USB ports on the side, one touch lighting, separate AC, another door to make sure you have snapped open is this one. Over on this side of your bedroom, another 110. A little bit of storage up underneath here. It's another table that you can clip on outside. The grill and griddle, the griddle and stand this clip on outside are right there. Well, covers it, everything inside. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. I'm starting these two rooms, won't be able to see. Make sure all our lights are off, all our doors are secure. Nothing's going to impede your slide from coming in over here. Nothing in between the bed. Then I come to my control panel, shut off my interior lights. Now I can look around and see any individual lights I may have left on. Looks like just the one. Turn my lights on the control panel here. We're going to start with this slide up here. I believe that's going to be your wardrobe slide. We'll open up your bedroom door here. Bathroom door, so you can watch that come in. Make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Same thing in here, all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede your slides from coming in. Now that is also alright. Let's bring all these in. Slide number one. Slide over here. Then make sure your TV is pushed back into its snapped in position. Slide number two in. And lastly, your kitchen slide. Again, all these drawers down here, doors, make sure everything is closed. These slides utilize just about every inch they can. Once that slides in, I'm going to go ahead and secure this bathroom door and bedroom door. Shut off all my lighting and exit the unit. Look outside, make sure my awning and porch light are off. Make sure this exterior door is all the way open, otherwise this could catch on it. Bringing these steps up, lift these up and in. Lock and deadbolt your exterior door. Lift and turn your handle and your door is ready for travel. At this point, we'll bring up all of our stabilizing jack. One's in the rear. Unhook our power, our water, and our cable. We're going to come around here. We're hooked up at a campsite. We're going to get up underneath here and open up those two low point drains. If we are out boondocking, dry camping, we're going to open up that freshwater drain. That's going to dump all that out. Then lastly, we're going to come to our hot water heater. Lift up on this pressure release valve. That'll dump the remainder of your hot water out of your hot water heater. Make sure you push this back down or your door won't close. And then pull your drain plug. Hook up our hitch and head on up to our dump station. Now at the dump station, park accordingly. You'll be in front of your tires, right up underneath that hot water heater on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. Get the 10-foot hose, comes to your convenience pack, hook that up, put the other end in the dump, and pull your black handle. Your black handle is going to be your sewage. Once it sounds like it's no longer draining, or someone goes inside and presses the black water button and it looks like it's empty, leave that black handle open. Come in here, again with your water pressure regulator, and the hose at the dump station. Hook that up here and turn that on for a good 5 minutes, at least. Just wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. When that's done, unhook your hose, make sure it's drained out all that water, then you can close your black handle. Then you're gonna want to pull this gray handle. That's gonna be cleaner water. It's your sinks and your showers. Gray tank number 2 will be your kitchen sink. Once that's drained, close that up. Those are going to be cleaner water, sinks and showers, and that'll clean your sewage hose out for you. Then you can conveniently and sanitarily store your sewage hose right here in your bumper. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Flagstaff for many years to come. Happy camping.